we're starting on this one. This is from probably the 20s. It's a classic example of a Parlor guitar. I'm sure it's Regal. You can tell the, come on now. It's missing the bridge, but it was built with the bridge to begin with. Solid spruce top. The back and sides are probably birch. The headstock is real nice. I believe the tuners are brass. Now I've pulled the frets. Fretboard is nice and wide, like 1 7/8". It's a white pearl. Anyway, it's going to get a slight arch, like to make it easier to bar chords. It's going to get refretted. This may be replaced. It's a completely functional nut. There are no cracks. No cracks. Neck is straight. The existing neck angle was low. We will simply adjust the neck angle when we put the back on. No cracks. This is one piece, I believe. I don't know. No, it is matched right there. Okay, but it's got the little pointy neck. It's in great shape. And no cracks. This is natural grain. This brace is loose. We'll clean this up and re-glue it. And okay, this is the nice old Parlor guitar. I'm back on it. I've been distracted by that. It's really nice. It sure looks Native American with a tinge of Northwest, I'd say. This is the original Decalomania. It's actually silk screened onto the original top. It's solid birch. The whole guitar is solid birch, but it's been X-braced. It's got a new rosewood bridge, and the frets are in great shape, and it's going to be for sale real soon. There'll be a demo of it. Anyway, back to this. So, this is the pattern I've ended up with. It's non-standard on these little guys. I think we could leave these out. It would be okay. Now, these do not taper. They go back and hit the kerfing, and there's 2 of them. I don't want this thing to warp. It hasn't really in its life, but I've seen many that have. So these have not been glued in. This, okay, they're glued in, and they are arched, slightly arched. The top kept its original arch. There's a slight crack possibly here, and another one there. They'll get filled and possibly lightly cleated. This is a nice piece of old rosewood from a Framus bolt-on bridge, but I'm using it as a bridge plate instead of maple. It just presented itself to me, and it's ideal. It's rosewood, you can't go wrong. So I've got a slab of maple, but I'd have to turn the saw on and all like that. Anyway, bridge plate, auxiliary braces, they'll be glued in. these two back braces will be glued in next, and there'll be some considerable downforce using graviton force modules. So these are glued in. These are glued in. This is a weight. It's pushing on one of those small braces. What are these sticks? There. Called go bars. There. You can buy expensive systems, or you can just go get some screen bead at the lumberyard. I also have some heavier duty ones. Anyway, these are flexible, springy little hold downs. It's copied from, I think the Japanese were the people that they're called go bars. So anyway, a couple of hours. There's very little stress on this. It's supposed to dry in a half hour now, this new glue, but give it a couple of hours and move on. Well, the back is on. Here's the braces. The braces are in. The back is back on. And I'm just having fun. I'm going over the edge where the back meets the sides and getting rid of, there was a crack here, and I'm remediating the back finish. This is actually a part of the grain. Anyway, I'm getting ready to refinish the back. There's what you call craquelure starting, kind of beyond the raku cracking. This is a sign of very old age. I'm going to leave the micro cracking in this finish wherever I can. It looks like it was originally finished with shellac and a brush. Very old. Anyway, I have to put frets in and put the bridge on. That's coming. I'm just fooling around right now. Putting the bridge on takes concentration. And I've done enough today. So I'm indulging myself. I like the finish part. Tomorrow I'll put the bridge on. So we've gone around and blended the back to the sides. And there was a crack here and one here. So I've sanded it on the edge to 220, 320 steel wool. This has been 320 and steel wool. And the light spots, all this are going to have some matching stain to that. But I'm going to seal. The sealant is secret sauce. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is beginning the final finish treatment of the back. And we're going to save as much of the original finish as possible. Thanks to the secret sauce. Look at that. Oh, man. We're going to get color variations here. I want them to stay light so I can stain them dark. Without sealing the wood, the dye will soak into the wood and make it too dark, no matter how light I make the dye. or stain, depending on what you want to call it. There may be much more going on with this back later, but right now I'm looking to get the color and consistency and seal the wood. Yeah, we'll do this whole edge. In some places, the wood will darken to nearly its original color. So, fun with finishes. So, it's about 2 hours later, and the back has become rosewood. It's real close to looking like rosewood. I'm not quite done, but it's a combination of Fibing's leather dye that I dilute and mix. There's isopropyl alcohol and water in here. So I've changed it to faux rosewood, and I will do some more tomorrow. We'll just let this dry, and when I get it where I want it, I'll probably shoot some lacquer on it. This may be near the end of the next part of the build. All I really have is frets and a bridge. We'll see.